everybody. How's it going?
The man that tames Casper, the 71 F100. This is him. Got Dallas Brown over here checking tire pressures on Bottle Rocket. Got Uncle Tony DeFeo. And we got a wounded Bottle Rocket. Things happen. Had a lower control arm bushing just split. I have never, we probably have between the group of us 200 years experience. Yeah. We have never seen a lower control arm bushing.
The thing about it is, when we first got here, y'all, we all took a guess of what was going to break. Front control arm bushing was not on the radar. So that's just the way it goes.
Not even close. That's something that just doesn't break. But it did. It happened today. The car made its best 60 foot ever, and we worked on the frame a little bit, got rid of a little bit of the wondering in the front end, brought the camber in a little bit, checked the toe. So it's safe enough. I wouldn't drive it 200 miles an hour.
No.
But I think it's going to be good to make some 60 foots, get some more data, see how it does.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're over 2 hours away. I'm like 7 hours away. So we're trying to get as much for money as we can get. So 60 foot times, 330 foot times. And that'll give us a good idea of where Bottle Rocket's going to end up in the long run. So, what do you think?
So, what do you think? What do you guys think? We're just doing a quick video telling people what we think about today.
What did you tell them?
Well, we told them that we got a wounded lower control arm bushing. Car made its best 60 foot ever, and it's safe to drive. It's safe. Yeah. We don't want to drive 200 miles an hour in it, and it's safe enough. And we want to see what some more 60 footers will do.
Yeah, well, you're 60 and 3. I'll probably go 330.
Sure.
You know, I'm past that. And the reason for that is this type of tire doesn't put very much contact, very much rubber in contact with the road. So when it shifts, it really shifts. It's not like a regular street tire that kind of just grabs, just all over.
What he's saying is the back bumper tries to pass the front. That's something you don't want to have happen.
But other than all that, it's been a wonderful day. I'm telling you, this track, there's more drag racing that goes on in the back of the pit than there is on the track. But we dodged the rain. The weather's great. The people have been wonderful and hospitable.
Yes.
We've had a great time, great fellowship. So,
absolutely.
Other than that, we'll see what more we can make out of this and have some fun.
That's right. That's what it's all about.
I say it's 159. What do you say? I say we're going to do the best 60 foot ever. It's going to be in the 1.6s. It's going to happen.
All right.
And I think Tony's not going to be able to resist going for the spray.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's going to grab a handful.
Watch out. On now. How are Uncle Kathy and Uncle Crystal doing?
How do you think you're doing?
How you think you're doing? I think you're doing spectacular.
Oh yeah. There's baby spiders that are like crawling all over me. I keep finding them like hanging from my hair.
Well, that's always a plus.
Like as I'm trying to... They're not bothering me as much as I think they are. How are you doing?
I'm doing reasonably well.
Are you trying to kill my father-in-law?
I'm not actively trying.
Actively?
Not actively. Thought I'd show off the merch table.
They are rear.
I'll put a link to this in the below the video.
We haven't got the mugs in there yet. They're brand new.
Or actually, you know what?
We're working on a commercial.
Yeah, it's up here. We haven't done it yet.
All right, tell us about it.
Oh, it's secret.
It's secret. Did that work in school when you said I'm working on something to the teacher and he said, oh no, it's a secret?
Well, if it didn't, I would just ask to go to the bathroom. To get out of the class.
Spoken like a slacker. I'm going to have links below to AHRA and UTG swag. All right, y'all take care.
swap out of the bush?
If it's possible.
Support the unsupported.
Sure. And I don't think we're going to be able to get it in here to it. After the roadside repair we did on your truck, this shouldn't surprise anybody. All right, I'm shooting a little wrap up here for my video. Video 3 of 3 from the road. So whole crew here had a good time. We broke a part that has never been broken before.
In the history of drag racing.
In the history of drag racing.
Under load.
We're about to get this thing on the trailer, but it's been a fun journey. And I guess that's it. I guess you'll see more from the dark sport and my projects at home. All right, y'all stay tuned.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Now, are you running in the unlimited modified bicycle class?
Exactly.
Tell us about this bicycle accessory you've got here, made by Plymouth.
Well, I got the bike rack. I did a commercial for Specialized Bikes, so they gave me the bike rack and all that stuff when I left, and then I just borrowed the bike from my buddy's old lady.
I'll drop a clip of the
You want to go
commercial
for a ride
in.
with it?
What's that?
Jump up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm giving free rides, man.
Yeah, Andy will probably make a dare if I could even get up there.
Yeah. I'd hate to buck you off, man. That's a long way down.
Show me my silver line.
My name is Austin Griggs. This is the Rowdy Muscle Cars Mopar versus Brandex Street Car Showdown. This is the test and tune for it. We do the big race in the fall. It's categorized with 3 classes: Gladiator Street, Barely Legal, and Bandit Street. And of those, it kind of is, we rack and stack and rank each one of those classes, and the cars get a little more wild with each class. Gladiator Street is more your regular factory stock suspension, factory engine block, no power adders. And we have a big crowd all the time. We've got Chevrolets, Fords, Mercurys, you name it, Pontiacs. The Pontiacs run pretty good typically. And but the Mopars, we have a big crowd of Mopars. I typically run a Super B and a Duster. And my buddy Randy here, we run around like chickens with our heads cut off, keeping this thing in line when it comes to race day.
So we like to keep it a very cost-effective thing for people to drag their cars, whatever they have, out of a field, get it running, bring it, have a good time. What is it, $10 spectators?
Yeah, it's cheap.
15, 20 bucks to race. We run how many passes, however many passes you can run a day. And I mean, the prelude to the first 2 classes, we go do about an hour cruise through Bankhead National Forest. just a great grassroots get together, get to know each other, network, have a good time, old school, you know, before all the technology.
In 99 and down, older muscle cars.
Right.
So this is for classic hot rods and regular hot rodders.
Hey, I gotta say something about Jake's Dragway.
Yeah.
This place is great. You're in the area. Where is this exactly?
This is Moulton, Alabama, and we're not far from Decatur, Huntsville, Alabama. This track I've been running here since I was in high school. They've been good to me, and they keep a good crowd, and we continue to spoon feed them a bunch of muscle
It's
cars.
a great old school track, right? Great vibe, great people. I love this place. I'm gonna come back here.
Glad to hear that, man. We're glad to have y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out. And October, look for it mid-October. We'll have the Mopar versus brandex streetcar showdown once again.
I can't wait. This has been great.
This is just the test of two.
This is a
Totally different.
It
This
gets
is a
wild,
fun
man.
track.
It gets wild
Yeah, we had 68 contenders in the fall.
in the fall, and that was on the rain makeup.
Yeah, it was a hurricane makeup day. Who knew in October that it was going to get a hurricane?
This is Tested Tune and 318 Fest. I think we had like 16 contenders of it. The fastest ran like 785. Tony's here had some issue, but his was on par about now.
He'll be back.
I ran
He said he'll be
842.
back.
Oh, I'll be back.
Hell yeah.
My Duster ran 842 with front suspension, steering, and we'll run again.
Yeah, the Duster that just started running on Wednesday.
Hey, this place
good.
hooks, man. This place hooks.
No,
You know what they're doing.
I've had a great time, and
Awesome.
I'd love to bring something down here myself. It's a great track, great folks,
You Dart Sport, man.
great community. Yes, it's
We'd like
great.
to have you.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
That's
October,
it.
mid-October, we'll come out with a date very soon. You can find it on ReadyMuscleCars.com or any of the social medias for Ready Muscle Cars.
Thanks for putting the race on.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thanks for showing
Yeah,
up.
really. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it, man.
It was great.
Not bad for a testing.
We saw this really nice truck here running around the pits too. Really solid. What's that? 78 looks like.
Yeah, well, mine's a 78. I
Wow.
believe this is.
Looks really nice inside too.
No, it's older.
78. Look at the bezel front. It says 78 on the
Well, this is different.
That's cool, man. Very cool.
Guys, what are these?
Something faster than I want to ride. Brother, have a good one. You too, bud.
This thing looks like it takes guts to ride.
Just a Banshee, man.
These yours?
Tires like
Yeah. What are they?
ATVs, Banshees. We
Wow.
travel around racing.
Very cool. Looks kind of like a dragonfly.
You can see them going a little bit.
All right. Always fun to cruise around the pits and see cars I don't normally get to see. How are y'all?
Good, man. How's it going?
What do we got here?
Little small bar.
Very cool. What year Monte Carlo?
71.
71. This car looks like it could surprise some people.
It might surprise them the other way, how slow it is.
Like the rear Morrison on the valve cover.
Right.
Like the going old school. That looks a little healthier than what came into Dakota from the factory.
Yeah.
What you running there?
Well. Damn, It's 360 with a 4-inch crank.
Okay.
Measures out to about 414 inches.
All right. What kind of heads?
Indy had a design that they took off the shelf Edelbrock heads
Oh, okay.
and did their own CNC program on them, so they called them Indy Brocks.
Okay.
And those I don't even know if those are still available. That's from like 2006 or something, 2005, somewhere in there.
I'm excited to see how this truck runs. Do you know what it weighs offhand?
It's 3520 with me in it.
Wow.
And I'm 350, so
Yeah.
I got it down kind of light.
Cool.
Somehow the damn thing just fell off the jack and crushed the bottom of the oil pan, so I gotta rotate the motor and make sure the crank
Whew.
popping the oil pan.
You got some work to do. I'll get out of your hair.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that answers your question.
Well, how about that? Looks like I'll be home in time for dinner. Golly.
Well, there you go, the big aisle band, centerfold, and that signals perfect time. On the dock, I'm ready to get on out of here. Have yourself a great rest of this Saturday. Enjoy your Mother's Day weekend, and especially see good tomorrow. Have yourself a great one. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and keep it positive. The Blackjack and Symphony Brothers of Danville are recognizing some to blend the new outdoor stage, Third Rock, at the BBC Friday, July 16th. The Blackjack and Symphony presents the Eagles, Hotel California.
He gonna nail it down. Zeros and zeros in front of his number. You're like, oh man, all right. Yeah.
Maybe. I just don't. I can't remember any of them. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll have some.
Your Dodge?
No, sir. I'm out of the way.
He's gone. Oh, he's on the tailgate.
Huh?
Yeah, he's fell on the tailgate.
We're just looking at that door there.
Right? I'm not even sure if they're supposed to open that far. I guess they do.
I don't know, but it's pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah, it does.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Yep.
Realize that. Don't think you're gonna win.
He drove it to North Carolina.
Yeah, and never count that car out if it was brag race. Never. Ever.
This your A100?
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
Thanks, bud.
What's the story on it?
Oh, I've had it about 8 years. It came with a 318. I changed it a little stronger now.
Is it still a
I picked it
318?
up- Huh?
Is it still a 318? All
About 30
right.
over, so what's that, 324 or something like that? Yeah.
Okay. What year is it?
It's a 69. But 65 to 69 all look the same. I've done the Hard Rock Power Tour with it a couple years. And been everywhere from Maine. I've been everywhere from Maine to the tip of the Keys with it. Up and down
Really?
Mississippi twice on the Power Tour.
You've driven it all those places?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Son going everywhere.
Yes. I have a little matching camper that I pull around with me. I don't know if I can take a picture of a picture, but
Yeah, sure. Oh, look at that. You can see it good.
so I go all over the place with it. Hopefully this summer the California's back.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
Is this your truck? Oh, that's so cool. So you got your crane ready. I like it. I like it. I like the trailer too. Now this is a guy who's ready for battle. You know, I thought I saw a Volkswagen trunk lid strapped over the front of a Dodge truck, but I just wasn't sure. And sure enough, I got closer, and that was exactly what I was seeing. Talking about the Mustang 2 earlier, I said every track in America's got tons of Mustang 2 front ends. You don't usually see the whole car.
Yeah, I figured I'd just go ahead and bring the whole thing. It's easier than having to rip the front end
right
out. So.
Yeah, say thank you for not cleaning the sod off the grill.
Right. Yeah.
That's so authentic.
All I did was clean up the windows because I couldn't see, and I hated to do it, but I had to. So that is it. Nothing else done to it.
I gotta tell you, I really respect the honesty of a car that you just wanted to drive it.
Yeah.
You wanted to make it run and drive it, and you didn't worry about what everyone else told you it needed to look like.
Well, that car literally sat since 1994. I got it out, brakes, gas tank, carburetor didn't touch it, timing didn't touch it, fired it up, drove around the block for 3 or 4 miles, I'd say. So that's good enough, and we drove here an hour and a half. So
go for it. Go for it.
All day long.
You have Aruba tags?
Well, I went to Aruba. Wife and I went on a vacation, and we seen these all about tags, right? I said, "What you want for that tag, man?" I said, "Give me $5." I went to vendors. I said, "Man, I'm gonna put that thing on my car."
Tell us a little bit about the car.
It's an '86 Mustang. It was a 438 stroker, 351 base. I brought it over to a 445 with a 950 carburetor, a Harley double pumper. I got a 2-stage nitrous on it. I got a fogger system, which sitting at 375 and 175 on a plate system. I haven't tried it yet. I'm trying to try it out, get it running good, then I'm gonna spray it. Spray it like hairspray.
This is my first car. I bought it when I was 13. I've always wanted darts. 68 is my favorite year for the front end, and 70 is my favorite year for the tail end, so I just made one.
That's a good reason to do it.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're running in it.
This is a 383 block with a 440 crank, 440 rods with short little pistons. It's got a 574 lift cam, something around 300 duration.
So you're what, a 426 inch?
It's 431.
431?
It's like 30 over.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I saw this pull in. I saw it come in on the trailer, and I thought, oh, that's a nice 68 Dart. And then I saw it go by, and thought, wait a minute, is that the same car? And it is. What's the best time you run out here today?
820.
820, okay.
Yeah, but the car's fresh. It's right out of the box. Put it together.
Not bad.
And then I had an oil leak, so I had to call it a day early.
It happens.
Yeah.
There was another fella that got a dented up oil pan, and he had to call his day too.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah.
But very cool.
Thank you.
And this is your tow rig that goes with it.
Yes.
Tell us about this.
My mom bought this truck when I was 11 years old. It used to have a big old camper factory on the back of it. And we went camping in it a couple of times, but I had a 513 gear. So you're 50 miles an hour, you couldn't really go anywhere. So it mostly just sat. Eventually the camper rotted off of it, and it just got parked. And I grew up in Washington State. I moved to Missouri, and I've been trying to get this truck off my mom for a couple of years, and finally last year she messaged me and she said, hey, if you want that truck, just come get it. So me and my buddy flew from Missouri up to Washington State, got it running in 3 days, and drove the son of a bitch back.
Nice. How many miles is that?
About 2,800, I think.
2,800 miles.
So it was geared 513. So we pulled the factory dually rear axle out of it, went out to the junkyard. We pulled a Ford 9-inch out of a 80s
While
Ford
you're there.
van. Yeah, that had 350 gears in it. So we stuffed that under there for the trip, drove it back, and then I've swapped in 8-lug axles because this used to be, these were 6-lug back in the day. I took the 292 and the 4-speed out, and I put a 351 Cleveland and a 5-speed in it, and converted it to 4-wheel drive with a 205 transfer case.
Wow. Wow. And what year is it again?
64.
64. That's a neat truck.
And after the car started leaking oil, I took this down the track and it ran 11.7.
11.7.
That was pretty decent for a 1-ton.
I saw this coming off the return road, and I said, did he just run that? Very cool. Now this is something we don't see at the dragway every day. A guy with a 4-wheel drive jacking up his truck to change all 4 tires.
I had to do it when I came with what I got.
What was your best time today?
I went a string of 8.0s.
You ran a string of 8.0s in this?
My daily driver.
What's in it?
It's a 5-liter Coyote motor.
Oh.
It's got a cold air intake, some exhaust work on E85 with me tuning it. So.
Wow. What year is it?
2018. I actually special ordered it from the dealership in Decatur. Waited 4 months for it to come in.
And this is what he normally runs on it. I see a lot of guys changing back tires. Occasionally I see some people putting on front runners, but I don't see many people lowering their entire truck.
Well, being a truck, it's like pushing a barn door through the wind. I gotta have all the advantage I can. Traction is one of them.
All right, sounds cool.
Hey man, appreciate it.
Eight O's, you gotta be kidding me.